When you see a creator say, "I automated my channel and it exploded," you're seeing the success story. But what you don't see is the 90% who tried and failed. Because automation isn't a magic pill. It's a puzzle with thousands of pieces. If even one piece is broken, the system collapses. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because I knocked all of them off the table. So you don't have to. Hear why most creators fail with AI workflows and how I built mine to win. 1. The hidden mistake, starting with tools, not strategy. When I started exploring AI workflows, I bought every tool. Script generators, voice AI, editing automations, thumbnail bots. I thought, the more tools I have, the bigger the output. Wrong. Because tools without strategy are like muscle without mind. I had speed. I had energy. But I had no direction. Hear what happened. I launched videos fast. But they performed worse than my slow videos. Retention dropped, CTR tanked. Then I dug into the data and found the truth. You automated the wrong part. I was automating production. But I wasn't automating intention. The mood, the hook, the story, all were rushed. That's why you can't start with tools. Start with why. 2. The structure that wins. I paused. I went back to one journal I kept when I first started. Why do I make videos? I answered. To build systems that liberate creators. To transform mess into momentum. To make the AI era about human vision, not human hustle. With that clarity, I redesigned my workflow. Why right arrow ideation, right arrow production, right arrow feedback, right arrow evolution? Notice the shift. We don't begin with tools. We begin with purpose. Because when you automate purpose, everything else aligns. 3. Where most workflows collapse. There are 6 common collapse points I found. No audience insight, they guess what viewers want instead of analyzing it. Tool overload, too many systems, no cohesion. Feedback loop missing, they automate production but not learning. Brand tone lost, AI writes, edits voices but voice becomes generic. Optimization paralysis, they test every variable and never publish. Isolation, they think of automation as solo work instead of teamwork, human plus machine. I failed at all 6 in early days. And they taught me the rules. 4. How I built to win. I adopted 6 building blocks. Block A, Insight Engine. I connected ChatGPT plus Notion plus Analytics to discover who is watching, why, and what they skip. No more guessing. It mapped behaviors, not demographics. Block B, Hook Machine. I trained my workflow to focus on the first 8-12 seconds. Because retention dies fastest there. Block C, Production Wave. Runway plus CapCut plus 11 labs combined into one motion. Script right arrow, voice right arrow, visuals right arrow, edit, in one assistant-like chain. Block D, Feedback Loop. Every upload triggers data export. AI reads it. Then it rewrites parts for next video. This makes each video slightly stronger than the last. Blocky Brand Lock. We don't allow the machine to take over. Human voice remains decision maker. AI is the craftsman. You are the designer. Block F, System Community. I opened the rest of the workflow. Thumbnails, description templates, comment reply automations, all repeatable. So I freed mental space to think what next, not how to. 5. The turning point. The moment the system started to win wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. I looked at retention analytics for an upload. Average YouTube watch time for my topic was 4:17. This video hit 5:43. And CTR jumped by 14%. But the biggest shift was not in numbers. It was in my head. I stopped reacting. I started anticipating. My system became faster than me. 6. Automation doesn't mean no humans. When I tell people I automate, they think, you don't do anything anymore. Wrong. I do more. Just not the grunt work. I direct strategy. I shape future. I decide vision. And the machine handles the mechanics. Humans bring context. Machines bring consistency. Together they execute dreams. 7. Why this you now? If you're watching this, you're probably stuck in one of 2 loops. You're trying everything manually and burning out. You've tried automation and it didn't pay off. Either way, you're missing one thing. Alignment. Between your voice, your system, and your audience. If you align your automation to your vision, you can win. If you align your automation to someone else's trend, you'll just blend in. 8. What's your first fix? Here is your action list. Audit your last 10 videos. What hook worked, what dropped off. Pick one workflow component to rebuild: script, voice, visuals, or feedback. Add a feedback loop into your system. Make your output incrementally better. Block a thinking space, 30 minutes every day to plan what next, not what now. Do that and you're no longer reacting to tasks. You're building towards scale. 9. The future roadmap. In the next phase, I'm replicating this system into vertical formats, live interactions, and multilingual uploads. Localization is becoming huge because the next wave is global, not just domestic. Business Insider. +2. Medium. +2. Vertical automation, language variants, cross-platform funnels. That's where creators will explode. But you only get there when your base machine works. 10. Final reflection. So yes, most creators will fail with AI workflows. Not because the tools don't exist, because they disconnect strategy from system. Here's the truth. You don't automate to get less work. You automate to get higher value output. And once you realize that, you don't just scale, you evolve. If you're ready to separate yourself from the 90%, start by aligning your voice to your machine, then your machine to your audience, and finally, your audience to your vision. Because when you do that, you're not just running a channel. You're running a movement.